Hey everybody, it's Anthony from ComicsEatingUp.net. I'm back with Terry Hockness from HocknessComics.com, and we're doing the new comic spec review video for August 2nd, 2017. Before we get into the comics this week, let's talk about some of the news. First up, I want to give a shout out to Frankie's Comics, The Comic Mint, 789 Comics, Sad Lemon Comics, Amorphous Inc., and Golden Apple Comics. They're doing the Defender #4 Gabriel Del Otto variant. They did 3,000 color copies, all of which will be donated to the armed forces. When you buy one of the Virgin variants, the Virgin variants were on sale for $19.99 plus shipping, and for every one that you bought, they'll give away 5 copies of the regular. They'll go right to an organization that will donate them to the armed forces. One of the most interesting bits of news this week is DC Comics decided to pull and cancel Suicide Squad Black Files. Now, this was a pretty heavily spec'd on book because they were introducing 3 new characters, including a Pokemon-style character where she would evolve as the story goes on. Needless to say, this book has been canceled. We don't know if DC is going to re-release this. The word on the street was it was canceled because the writer had taken to Twitter and had been really boosting this book up, saying that it was going to be the next New Mutants 98. Well, it doesn't look like it's going to be that way now. Another interesting story on the site this week is that Mighty Thor will have a 1 in 100 Adam Hughes variant. Adam Hughes is extremely popular, and this book should be pretty well sought after. So even though 1 in 100 ratio is kind of large, there still will be some stores that'll order 100 copies of it to get it. A lot of the smaller stores probably won't order it, so it's going to be tough to find in some areas. I expect this one to go on eBay for a pretty nice price if you can find one. And speaking of variants, Generations Hawks, that's the Incredible Hulk and the Totally Awesome Hulk, will be getting a Matina variant cover. Now, this was originally supposed to be a store variant. It was part of a connecting cover set, but for whatever reason it was canceled. Now it's going to be the second print variant for the book. This means that the book is already sold out, so it's going to, we're going to have to wait and see if the rest of the Matina covers will be used. But as of right now, at least we're getting the Matina cover for the second print of Generations, Incredible Hulk, and Totally Awesome Hulk #1. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn it over to Terry to start with the comics this week.
Well, there's lots of cool books coming out here in the first week of August. I got a few good picks here. And of course, we always like to say that none of these books are guaranteed. These are just the books that we think have the best chance, that might be under-ordered, could potentially heat up short or long term. And so with that, I'm going to mention a few of them here for you today. The first one is Robotech #1. There's a ton of variant covers, but of course this is a cult classic from the 80s. It's being brought back by Titan Comics, and I see this as really a great potential long-term pick.
Robotech #1 is out this week. It's definitely a pickup. The art germ cover alone is worth picking up. I hear word that there's going to be a foil art germ variant for it. This is going to be a con exclusive. Check ComicsEatingUp.net on Tuesday night for the news on that one.
One of my favorite indie publishers, Vault Comics, has a new title that looks pretty cool. It's called Spiritus. This is a mini-series, but it's going to have a very small print run, and it looks pretty cool. Oni Press gives us Dead of Winter. This is based on the tabletop game, and small print run this is going to have, and could be a surprise hit.
Like Terry said, Dead of Winter #1 is based on a tabletop game, so this will have some crossover potential where people who have played the game will want to grab the comic, and people who grab the comic might want to check out the game. I hear the game's extremely hard, where people get halfway through the game and then all the players die and they have to start again. So this book is definitely the spec pick of the week. This is the one that you should be looking for. It's from Oni Press, so it's not going to have a huge print run. Didn't get a lot of heat until well after final order cutoff, so a lot of stores won't be ordering heavy on this.
Marvel Comics gives us 2 more of their True Believers $1 reprint comics of classic books. This time we get Black Panther #1 from 1977 and Avengers #4 from 1964, featuring the first appearance of the Silver Age Captain America. These are both dollar books, small print runs, classic books being reprinted, very affordable, easy to stockpile some of these for long-term interest.
We already mentioned that Generations Banner Hulk and Totally Awesome Hulk #1 is sold out. This is sold out through Diamond. It will have a second print that'll probably be announced a couple of days after the book comes out. We mentioned that Matina variant that's going to be for the second print, so this one might be worth watching.
Image Comics has a new ongoing series called Elsewhere, And this one's looking pretty cool. There's a new Walking Dead issue out, 170 this week.
Walking Dead number 170 is out this week. Walking Dead's always a great pickup. Issue 170 starts a new storyline, so this one's a good jumping on point for people who've either never read the series or want to pick back up after having dropped off for a while. So Walking Dead number 170 is a definite pickup. Walking Dead is always a pickup for me, so I definitely am going to grab this one.
One of my picks a month ago was the Batman Elmer Fudd special, number 1. Well, it sold out so quick and jumped up in price very fast, and so DC is giving us a reprint, a second printing. The printing will be much smaller this time, so maybe this one will be even a sellout. Albatross Funny Books gives us a new series, Galacticon. This one looks pretty cool, sci-fi series, and print run will be not super small, but still could be a sellout and a good long-term pick.
Another book of interest this week that is not getting a lot of heavy spec is Lark's Killer number 1. This is from Bill Willingham, the writer of Fables. Now this is his new creator-owned book. The thing of interest about this is there was a couple of different convention variants for this one, so there are copies out there already. People might be interested in the book already. I'm not saying this is a huge spec pick, however, the story definitely sounds interesting. It's a young girl who finds herself in a D&D world where everybody is out to kill her. So the book sounds interesting. Willingham has a good following, so this one might be a decent spec pick, but I'm not gambling heavy on it.
And a book that I don't expect is going to heat up, but it really should, because I know stores are going to underorder it. That's going to be very hard to find. It's Marvel Comics Digest number 2, Spotlight on the Avengers. This is a $6.99 cover price digest, put out not by Marvel, but by Archie Comics. They've got some license rights to do some reprints of classic Marvel comics. So this, I see maybe years down the road that people will all of a sudden realize these just are nowhere. So this could be a super long-term pick. And the rest of the new number 1 series I rank on my chart from 1 to 10 on how likely I think they're going to sell out and heat up. The rest of the books are kind of not too high on my list, you can see here. And of course, check out all my market reports and weekly articles at HawknessComics.com. And thanks again to Anthony. We have a lot of fun working together on these videos for you every week. And leave us some comments.
So anyway, that's it for us this week. As always, let us know what you're specking on. If you're watching on YouTube, give us a thumbs up. We always appreciate it. Leave us a comment on what you're picking up. If you're watching on comicsheatingup.net, the same thing. Let us know what you're specking on down in the comment section. Thanks for watching.